Hey everybody, we're working on a 1981 Yamaha G1-A2 golf cart, and we got the crank out of it. We found that the flywheel side crank bearing was disintegrated, or the plastic cage was totally gone from it. The crank bearing on the clutch side was in pretty good condition, but we're going to replace them both, obviously. Now I'm trying to decide if I should split the crank and put a new connecting rod bearing on the big end. So we went ahead and measured the thrust bearing using the play between the thrust bearing and the rod, and that comes in at about 0.019, let's see, is that 19 thousandths, or yeah, 1900s, and 0.483 millimeters. So we'll check the service manual, see if that's within tolerance. And if we do happen to split the crank, I measured the outside diameter of the web, and both at top dead center and bottom dead center, so down at the pin and opposite the pin. And in both cases we've got about 2.206 inches, which equates to about 56 millimeter. So now we're trying to get probably the big number indicator is how much play, axial rod play, left and right play, kind of tip back and forth, and that'll kind of indicate how much play there's down at the connecting rod big end. So I've got the dial indicator set up on a magnetic mount, and this is probably about a 100-year-old piece of precision instrument, and that's Marley the cat. She's only about 2 years old. So I've got it set up, and as best possible we're trying to take that measurement right at the uppermost portion of the connecting rod, the small end. Marley, go away. Down. Damn cat. So let's take a look. So we're going to add a little preload to it right now in, let's say, a neutral position. We are sitting at about 10 thousandths with no load on it. So if I push it back and put a little preload on it, you know, I can really force it, but you know, right about there is preload without a heck of a lot of pressure. Now if we bring it back the other way, we get about 60 thousandths. So doing it again and again, kind of back and forth, you can kind of see, you know, if I really push on that, I can get past my zeroed out position. But roughly 0 to 5 preload. And also I got to keep in mind to make sure that that connecting rod is vertical. Sometimes I get it off that way, sometimes I get it off that way. So right on my knees here, it's hard to tell, but again, shifting it back and forth, you know, we're seeing probably 55 to 60 thousandths. I'd say 60 thousandths is probably a good number to go with. So we'll check the service manual and see what the tolerances are, but that's as best I understand how to measure and determine whether that big end connecting rod bearing is still in good shape, or if it's worn out and needs replacing. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.